Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobertron, and welcome to the next episode of the TekTopia Survival Guide. So, last episode, we covered the barracks over there, but I thought about showing you guys a couple of things that I forgot to cover. The first being that it's about the guard captain. So, you can only have one guard captain in your village, regardless of the amount of barracks you have. Despite that, though, you will still be able to purchase additional captain tokens. However, what's going to happen after this is that first captain you made will just revert back to being a normal guard. So don't purchase a bunch of these thinking that you're going to have all the captains in the world. It's not going to work. The second thing I wanted to show you is a little trick that I've been talking about for a while. Show you how to make things a bit easier. Let me go this way. So when we made the barracks, we had a lot of beds turn yellow. And they're scattered throughout the villages. 2 over here, and there's actually a third one up there, and then the other 7 are just dispersed about. So a trick that I like to do is I like to make all of my nitwits live in one house. So that means all the kids need to be in one house. So what you can do is break these claimed beds, and this will cause the villagers that are currently occupying these beds to find a yellow bed. So all those yellow beds should, a little glitch there, all those yellow beds I just showed you should be claimed now by other villagers. I need to do 2 more, which I'm just going to use this house over here. Do and do. So now we have removed 10 beds. I have 10 hearts. So let me just go show you now. Those yellow beds that we had up here will now be green. Stairs, and they're not. Let me log in. I'll be back. Yep. Just took me logging out and back in for that bed to be claimed. You'll find a lot of times if you're having some kind of issue with the AI of the mod, that's all it takes. Log out, log back in, and you're good to go. So now we can take these beds, put them back down inside of our houses, and we can make some kids. But I'm going to finish that off in a little bit. What I want to do today is I want to work on this. This is bad. Our storage is full. It's getting really crazy in here. You can see the overcrowding icons are happening all the time in here. Villagers are just running into each other. I'm trying to trade with the merchant standing here, and I'm getting pushed around by these dudes. So we need to finish off this main structure. So what we're going to do is we are going to finally finish off this room, connecting up our main building. Do a storage room down here and the town hall up top. So let me get this thing going. It's gonna take me a little while. It's a fairly complex thing, and I'll be back once I have some progress done. So I finished up our town hall up top, but before I show that off, I kind of wanted to tell you guys about a potential bug that I found. So let me do a little backstory. So I moved our kitchen into this space a few episodes ago, and I actually tore out this wall just to make it a little bit wider for our villagers to get in. And then I went ahead and moved our blacksmith as well into here. Same thing. There's no wall here. It only takes the one door next to the token for it to activate. But I was having trouble moving this second kitchen over here. I went with the second kitchen because I'm going to need a lot more food when we begin our villager expansion. But let me show you what happened. I took the token off this just to test to make sure that this worked. And it did. It worked fine. But as soon as I removed this door over here, it stopped working. And I was like racking my brain. Give it a second. It'll stop. Stop working. Why are you still working? Ah. Ah. There it goes. Okay. It stopped working. And I was like, what's going on? I was trying to do the same thing over here with the, wider space. And what I think is happening is, to make a valid structure, there are a couple things you need to do. The entire floor needs to be on one wide structure, and then it needs to have a roof. So right now, this grass is technically part of our kitchen over here. And the same for this, right? All this grass that's underneath the roof, same Y level, is part of the kitchen. But so are these 3 blocks right here. That's directly underneath that overhang. And that is connecting up with our chicken coop. So what I think is happening, and I missed a trapdoor right there. What I think is happening is that this overhang is connecting with this structure, so it is invalidating our kitchen. So for some of you out there who are having potentially a similar problem, check that. Make sure that you don't have overlapping structures that are on the same Y level. We have mines directly underneath here that also have a token, but because they are on different Y levels, the structures aren't conflicting with each other. It's only because that chicken coop and that kitchen that I made is on the same Y level that something's going on. And this is a bug that even I didn't know about, that I've been playing this mod for 9 months now since alpha, and I had no idea it existed. But enough about that. Let's go look at our town hall. So there's still a lot to be done up here. I still have a dirt subfloor that I need to get rid of. But up here is where we're going to stick our town hall token. So I've moved all of our old stuff in here. Anything that I've pre-purchased, I've got in chests. Our massive supply of emeralds that we've got going on. But inside here is where our town hall is going to be. We've got little desks set up for our merchant and, or not merchant, our architect and our tradesmen. So it's a nice big space. I've done a couple little detail-y oriented things, which I'm not usually known for, but hey, it looks good. That's all that matters. I'm probably going to move our AFK Fisher right in here. That way we can AFK and actually do something. And I might move our chicken cooker actually right up here and feed down directly into our storage room. So I am going to move all that stuff once daylight occurs. Well, not all of it, but the town hall definitely. And then we can get started on the storage room. I'll decorate the inside, and then I'll come back and I'll show you some chest layout and chest management if you're going to move your storage room. So I finished up our new storage room, and it's not a moment too soon because this place is just nuts. It's way too cramped. So let me show you guys what I have done in here. Closed door. Cool. So it's a nice big room. It's not the maximum size a structure can be. That's 500 floor tiles. But it's pretty close. It's somewhere, I think, around the 450 mark. But what I've done is I placed a lot of our more common items, the crops over here and here, and our wood right in the central area, and there's going to be 3 double chests of everything. And then I kind of organized the room based off of where villagers are going to be coming from. So I've got a kitchen there and a kitchen there, so I'm going to store food on both sides of that. My blacksmith is on the other side of this wall, so I'm going to put everything he uses up against that. And then for the rest of the bits, I just kind of put it in like areas. So you've got coal, redstone, and then all these other random bits are on this wall over here. I also, because we don't get a lot of gold or diamonds or lapis as much, I put that in here, just a single chest. And then I also did a chest for emeralds. It's very convenient just to have it in there for 2 reasons. One, you can easily just dump it when you're done trading with the merchant, but also guards will pick up emeralds that the necromancer drops, so it's nice to have a place identified for them. One thing that you want to keep in mind too is I have some chests that have nothing in them, and that is for any items that aren't really sorted. So any uncooked meat, things like that will be dropped off there, and then our chefs can just grab it over there. The other thing I wanted to explain is how double chests work. So villagers don't see this as one double chest. They see it as 2 separate single chests with 27 items each. So right now, it's actually going to be beneficial if I kind of fill in this second or this 4th row of the double chest with items, because I'm not 100% sure which chest the villagers are going to go for first. So that's a little bit of maintenance that you're going to have to deal with once this room becomes active. I'm going to let this run for a little bit. Wow, we have a lot of carrots. I'm going to move our token at night because I don't want to screw up any villager things. They're already using that room. So once night falls, I will move the token, make this room active, and then I'll be back in a little while once I sort out all the madness that's going to happen once this place becomes live. So it's been around 7 or 10-ish in-game days since that last cut. And I've done a few things. So I gone ahead and I converted our old storage building, its 2nd floor, into 4-bedroom houses. And I've converted our blacksmith for 6 beds. So that'll give us 14 more villagers to add to our ever-expanding village. So I'm just going to activate these right now. I'm not going to do the children until morning because I like doing those in the, just before dawn, which, yeah, I got some time. Other things that I need to show you guys and what I've done inside here. So first, I forgot to show this. I actually had it in place, but I just neglected to do it. This is where our torches are being stored that we are crafting for our miners. And then in here, we can actually bulk craft a bunch of them and not have to worry about it for a little while. So craft up a bunch, throw it in there, and then you're not having to check it every day. You can check it every few days. Over here, so this wall is going to be used to store any enchanted books that we come across. Uh, that's something in a minute. Um, so what's going to end up happening is our enchanter is going to make enchanted books, and he's going to find any available slot to store it in, because it's virtually impossible to store, you know, uniformly or organized enchanted books. So he's probably going to store them here or in our other empty chest over there. And what we can do is once they come in, we can move them over here and then eventually sort through them all. We're really looking for the valuable mending book, because really the only way to get mending is from those dudes over there or from AFK fishing. The last thing, which is something me and my friends found really beneficial during beta testing, was putting a simple smelter in here to smelt things. So right now it's being powered by villager wool. We had 3 double chests over here when this was our storage room, and we've reduced it down to 2. I've actually shut off a couple of the ranchers' AI dealing with shearing sheep because we had so much of it. But you can use this eventually. One, I'm crafting up some player iron right now that I had in my storage. But eventually we're going to have so much wood, we're not going to know what to do with it. So we can put it in here, craft up charcoal, and then use that to make our torches. Another thing I forgot to show you guys was just how many entrances there are in this storage room. So before we only had 2. We had one at the, near that mine entrance, and then we had one actually right where this cobble is now. Now we have 16. 16 ways into this storage room. So there's 2 on every wall, and then there are 2 in every corner. So we have 16 total entrances, and that's to reduce any kind of bottlenecking that occurs with villagers. So it's less likely that you'll have one villager exiting as one is entering, because there's so many multiple doors. So it just makes things a little bit more efficient. They're not butting up against each other and delaying their travel time. One last thing I've done off camera. No, 2 last things, sorry. I've actually started making some diamond picks and tools because we had quite a bit of them, which is where that chest earlier I showed you, that was all the crap, as I say, tools that our villagers said, I don't need this anymore, I got diamonds. The other thing is, because we had so much gold available, I've started crafting up golden carrots, or our chefs have started crafting them. But I can never seem to find them. I think what's happening is because it's a new food and a lot of villagers are like, ooh, that's new, let me eat that. They just disappear as soon as they hit the storage room. But eventually they'll get tired of the golden carrots and we'll have some in storage. Not that you can trade it to the merchant. It's actually not a trade, but I enjoy eating them. It's probably my favorite in-game food to eat. But I'm going to call it here, guys. I hope you liked today's episode. Hey, Guard Captain Daniel, how are you? See, I remembered his name, guys. I hope you guys liked today's episode. If you have any questions on what I've done or additional comments, go ahead and drop it down below. If you really liked it today, guys, go ahead and subscribe. I've got many more episodes upcoming and potential plans for Season 2. No spoilers. I'll see you guys next time.